Fidus on Absa and Jenova.
Jenova, let's go. I gotta root for my bird friend here. I have to.
I was gonna say,
especially in a matchup like this
right now.
Especially in a matchup like this, you know. Well, I've never actually played it, you know. Who's ever seen this matchup before?
No one's ever seen Raster versus Absa. What are we talking about?
Not once.
Jenova
really good start there.
Fully invite us off stage.
Oh, but here's always the tricky part. Once Absa gets you off stage as Raster, and they have that cloud placement just right, it is a rough time making it back. Yeah. We got to see if Fidus is able to get that proper cloud placement to properly bully Raster once he's out there.
Ooh, just kind of goes right into that too.
Yep.
Spaced around it a little bit better. That's all right. Okay, drag down into up tilt.
Yeah, looking good so far. Really good job of just waiting out for a lot of these whiffs from Jenova. Oh, the nairs on the DI out as well.
When you try to get out of the combo so hard that you just die.
Yup.
And that's really, if you're already way out in that blast zone, sometimes survival DI isn't gonna help you.
It's really not. And there's a weird move to DI as well.
Absolutely, yep. I want to give a shout out to this custom skin, the custom colors on Jenova. I'm a big fan of the neon bird.
Absolutely.
That was a hard call out.
Oh, come on. He saves him with the clap. Says, I'm not done with you just yet.
Hey, if Jenova had hit that though, if that was like a...
Oh, come on.
Jenova, no! If
Jenova
loses this, they deserve it.
They definitely do. We're gonna see.
Something that hard. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I've seen people lose those. I've seen people sandbag or try to be like, I'm gonna specifically get a kill with this move, that kind of thing, and then they'll lose. Usually they don't win the next game, but you know.
All right. Well, we actually have a character swap coming in here from Fidus.
Ooh,
Not failing after they're going to swap over to Claire and see how that plays out. Much smaller blast zones here as well. Raster's going to die super early if they can get these tippers off the side.
We went from the brightest neon Absa to this like muddy, like grunge Clarin.
Yep. Wild Wild West Clarin.
Yep.
It's high noon.
There's some grime on this cat right now.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, possibly it could just be like, if you feel like you're not really getting anything started, you're finding it pretty difficult to keep the bird out of your space, why not choose some disjoint?
Yeah, and it seems like they're a lot more comfortable with this as well. Just like playing it safe, just throwing out, retreating tilts, just
their
a lot of
spacing
safe.
Is much better.
Yeah. Much more comfortable just playing around Raster. Absa's a tricky character because her projectiles are in a weird spot where if you do them when your opponent's too close to you, you can get punished pretty heavily for it.
Exactly. Yep. It's not the instant disjoint, the pretty quick moves that you're seeing from Clarin. Obviously, Clarin's not instant, but it's a much different idea than, say, like, you're not going to be spacing around people with Cloud. You're going to be using it to, like, put in obstacles in their way that they have to work around. Versus if you're like, oh shoot, this bird's coming at me, I need to get a sword out there right now.
Yep. Just swat him away from you.
And as we were saying, this is much more even. In fact, Fidus is in the lead for the first time.
Yeah, they had the early stock lead. A little bit of an SD coming out. You hate to see it, but it's still, it's not a bad position to be in.
Ooh, that was some rough DI.
Oh, commentator's curse.
Yeah. Yeah. It happens.
It really be like that. Still, in this matchup in particular, Raster is at kill percent. He will just die if he gets hit by a stray move in the wrong way.
Especially a move that you weren't expecting to have to DI in a specific way. I think you're dead! Yeah, not close enough to the stage to get that wall jump.
Yep. Yeah, and I think they burned the double jump a little bit too early there. They just they're not very familiar with getting a lot of nairs thrown at them.
Yeah, when you're feeling yourself carried out that far already, and you're just like, oh shoot, what do I do?
Yeah,
and that's when you have to figure out do I air dodge in and then side B to the stage and then wall jump? you've got options. Clarion can definitely make it back from a lot of those situations, but if you're not comfortable with it, it's much